Deserts have always seemed barren and cruel, but recent surprises have shown that the desert has much more to offer. Discoveries concerning the desert's history, geology, and ecology have illuminated some of its most perplexing mysteries. These discoveries, from new plant and animal species to ancient civilizations and geological formations, are redefining the desert and what it can teach us about the globe. This video will discuss some of the desert's most intriguing and unexpected discoveries and what they can tell us about its past, present, and future. Make sure to subscribe to us now and hit the bell icon for regular updates. 10. Ancient royal boat found in a commoner's grave. Unlike many democratic societies today, ancient societies were characterized by different social groups defined by financial or political status, the rich or royalty, the religious figures, and the commoners. The royalty, wealthy, and religious figures rarely interacted with or married the commoners. 9. The kangaroo with a horn. Megafauna fossils found in Australia's Nullarbor seem to suggest otherwise. During the excavation that led to this discovery, explorers found the first complete skeleton of the giant marsupial lion called the Thylacoleo. They also found the mysterious skull of a horned kangaroo that dates back between 200,000 and 500,000 years. This is different from the kangaroos you know and other fossilized kangaroos that have been found. The horned kangaroo has a strange bulbous nose and bony projections that stick out above its eyes. The horn-like features might have been there to protect the animals when they ate plants with spikes and thorns. The skeletons that the explorers found also had digging claws, which are usually found on smaller animals. So maybe this kangaroo was an unusual cross between a kangaroo and another animal that somehow made it to birth. 8. Circles of the NAMIB Desert. On the grasslands of the NAMIB Desert, there are strange circular patches of land called the fairy circle that look like they belong to a different world. Each circle can stay in place for up to 75 years and is between 6 and 40 feet wide. Scientists have been puzzled by the circles for decades. They have come up with many theories about what causes them, such as sand termites, the evaporation of water from plants, and patterns of rainfall that cause plants and grasses to compete for nutrients in the soil. However, no one has been able to give a clear answer, which has led to many local legends. Some say God made the fairy circles, others say underground dragons or spirits did it, and still, others have come up with several UFO conspiracy theories to explain them. We may never know which one is right. 7. ATACAMA mummy. We've all heard stories about mysterious creatures with strange features, but nothing beats the ATACAMA mummy, which was found in the Atacama Desert in 2003. The ATACAMA mummy is a 6-inch alien-looking humanoid that came to be known as Ata. It was the inspiration for a documentary called Sirius, which came out 10 years later. Sirius is said to finally reveal the truth about ancient aliens by using DNA. 6. Graveyard of sea creature. Once again, the Atacama Desert is on our list. In 2010, workers were widening a highway in the Atacama Desert when they found the skeletons of 75 whales. These whales were not just any whales. They were prehistoric whales that lived about 5 million years ago. They were found lying next to each other and were some of the best preserved whales remains ever found, according to it. 5. 5 mysterious lake appearance. 5 strange things when you live in a desert or other arid or semi-arid area. You often have to accept that water is one of your most valuable possessions. So what do you do when a lake mysteriously appears in your backyard? That's what happened in 2014 in a desert area about 25 kilometers from Gaza, Tunisia. A mystery, a 2.6-acre lake seemed to appear out of nowhere. The shepherd who found it couldn't believe what he saw when he looked down at what turned out to be an 18-meter-deep pool of water. No one could explain this mystery, but officials with the Regional Directorate of Civil Protection think the spring was probably caused by a fractured layer of rock caused by seismic activity caused by phosphate mining in the area. If this is true, then the spring was likely caused by a fractured layer of rock caused by a blessing lake. 4. The Dead Sea Scrolls. The Dead Sea Scrolls were one of the most important archaeological discoveries of the 20th century. They were found between 1946 and 1956. One of the 981 scrolls, called the Copper Scroll, has puzzled experts for many years because it looks like a treasure map with 64 locations and a lot of gold and silver in each one. However, the Copper Scroll is written in a language that no one can read. Explorers keep looking, hoping to find something until they do. 3. Chinese Desert Pattern. In 2011, people using Google Earth found strange designs carved into the Gobi Desert in China's provinces of Xinjiang and Gansu. The patterns are said to be used by satellite operators working for the Chinese government to figure out distances and angles from space. However, alien conspiracy theorists think otherwise. They think the patterns, which could be up to a mile long, look like crop circles, landing zones, or UFOs. Patterns in the Arizona desert serve the same purpose as those in China, but conspiracy theorists still think there is a much more interesting explanation for them. 2. Shell cover-up. In 2003, the owners of the Texas-New Mexico pipeline company Shell got into trouble because they tried to hide an oil spill from one of their pipelines in the 1990s. They had sold the pipelines to Houston-based IAT Energy, which was being sued by the residents for the damage the oil spill did to the environment. IAT then sued Shell, saying that they were not in charge of the pipelines when the damage happened. 1. Lost libraries of the GINGUETTI. At the end of our desert, West Africa's Mauritania has a road. GINGUETTI is slowly being taken over by the sands of the Sahara. In its heyday, GINGUETTI was a medieval metropolis with 20,000 people, including scholars of law, religion, science, medicine, mathematics, and astronomy. It was also a holy city and a meeting place for pilgrims on their way to Mecca. It was known as the seventh holy city of Islam and the city of libraries. Most of the libraries are gone now, but there are still a few that have around 6,000 priceless books that are still in good shape from the 9th century. Unfortunately, experts think that climate change will destroy the city in just 30 years. Perhaps the government can save the books and other artifacts there to keep the rich history of GINGUETTI alive. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Like and share the video, and don't forget to comment us below.